Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is Friday. So what are we going to be doing today? It is going to be our last stream of the week. But, ladies and gents, let's jump straight into it. I think we are ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Well, it is Friday. It is Friday. And it is another absolutely gorgeous, bonkers day of some heat down here. How's everyone doing wherever they are from? Amaka, hello! Well, didn't really sleep well, but that's just me. I don't really sleep that much anymore. I get about 3 to 4 hours a night because of my back, but it's all fun. But yes, it's Friday. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? You know, we got something kind of interesting and fun to look at today. And this one, I was actually really surprised because, you know, we've been watching and looking at these catfish things. And I'm going to get some music on in the background because we can hear the fans I got by here. But yes, these catfish things we have been looking at for the last couple of weeks. Well, I've managed to find one where the person, they actually meet the scammer. Yes, they actually meet the scammer. So I thought we'd have a little look-see at that because we've always seen some really fun and interesting things, haven't we? But actually seeing a scammer where they confront one, I was like, you know what? This needs to be looked into. Right, just getting some music by here. I don't want to... Okay, I can't do it like that, right? I gotta do... Why have I got to do singly? Come on. Right, go that one there. Yes, so we're going to see something where they actually see the scammer. And to be honest with you, I was actually quite shocked that... Oh, yes. There we go. Bit of music in the background. So yeah, we actually see him that they're going to meet a scammer, which I think is always going to be fun to see. Because if we can see these scammers and what they're really like and what they actually do look like, it's... Because one thing I've noticed recently with all these scammers as well, they seem to be going for a certain type of person, if you've noticed that. So it's... Oh, Greg, yes, we got a few of them, bud. We got a few of them. Yeah, see, I do like the one who, again, I think he's just done one now, actually. I think I got one on my home page, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Have a little look-see. Yeah, go on by here. Yeah, but, right, I'm on him there. This guy here, Scammer Payback, he is so good. That guy is so good. But yeah, we're going to take a little look-see at this one by here, though. Woman caught after stealing £37,000. Well, $37,000 in romance scam. So I think we're going to have a little look about me. We're going to have a quick little chat first because, you know, see, it is Friday. It's always great when it is a Friday. And like I say, here down in the UK, it's, well... It's meant to be a lot warmer tomorrow, but to say what we got at the moment, where I am. So, where I am at this moment in time, it's currently 26 degrees outside. And the worst thing was, in here, yes, obviously we got off and went to sit in the garden and everything else. And I was like, oh my God. It's roasting in the garden, which it was. It was lovely. I absolutely loved it. I sat out there for like an hour. I sat out with my dad. I just had a little chat. And then, this probably was the worst thing. I came back in here then about 6 o'clock last night. And my thermometer I got over there, in this room, it was 37 degrees. I was like, oh my God. It was roasting in here. I couldn't hack it, and I do like the heat and everything else, but yeah, it was 37, which is the equivalent of 98 Fahrenheit, so nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit in here, and I was like, I can't go in there, and my mate was like, oh, come on, we'll go online, and I'm like, gee, I am not going in there now. Because it is a furnace. And obviously, all of us who... I'm glad to see that, Cassandra. When you said that yesterday, that you had the heating on, I was like, really? But yeah, it's been a nightmare in here. Obviously, people from the UK, we all know what it's like here, is that the UK is made to basically keep the heat in. And what I want to get, which I may actually do get, is a thermo gun. Because, let's say, me and my dad were starting to barbecue a lot of stuff. Now we're trying to get into the smoking and all that kind of stuff, so we need to get the temperatures right. But I would like to see how hot my window is, because the sun just beats down on that window all day. And it doesn't go around until... I'd probably say, like, say, about between 3 and 5 is when the sun's over us directly, and then it goes behind the house. So the house is always in the sun path. That's a good thing why I've got solar power, solar panels. But yeah, I've seen recently a guy who I follow on Instagram. An American has just come over. He loves spending time here in the UK. And I think, where is he from? He either said North Carolina or another area around by there. And he was like, he's in London. He's like, why is it so hot in the UK? Why is it? And I was like, well, the UK is completely different. This is the thing. We are different. The heat here. Like I say, in America, I love Florida. Love the heat there. I love New York. Love the heat there and everything else. Cyprus, Spain, the Greek islands, Italy, all that. I love that heat. But here, it's a horrible, muggy heat. And I think that's why a lot of people, you know, we just don't get used to that. And because all of our houses and everything else are built to keep the heat in, obviously insulation between the walls and everything else, it's nuts. Angel Wolf, hello. How the devil are we? Oh, a scammer a few years ago stole a news reporter's card details. Wow. Yeah, let's see. You know, I'm still keeping an eye on a few things in the background for a few things that we have been looking into. I got a couple of videos I'm looking to make in regarding Scientology here in the UK and what they've recently been doing to people there. One that I've also got that I want to look into as well is, say, the Byland Times. They're still looking into Dan Wooten. Even though they're like, you can't do that. No, they can. They're still looking into him. So we got a few things going on there, which is always fun. But like I said, this streaming... Like I say, now this is our second week of full streaming. And I've absolutely loved just spending time with you guys. I really have. It's been nice. It's taken my mind off quite a few things. I will say that. Good, glad to see it, Angel Wolf. Yeah, it's... Like I say, before I started obviously streaming again, obviously I had a lot, and I mean a lot of back issues earlier this year. And there were times where I felt really, really down. This is why there was like no videos or anything coming out sort of thing. And just, I was like, you know what? I'll just start chatting to people every day again, you know? And I've absolutely loved it. But speaking of that, remember yesterday when I told you that we would have to mute a couple of the videos and things like that? Well, we actually had a copyright claim yesterday. Well, it was actually this morning. I received it, and it was for yesterday's live, which I was actually really, really surprised about. But yeah, by here, so it's gone now. The copyright claim is gone. So, if you remember, we were looking at the the funny animal videos. Someone tried claiming the video. It wasn't even theirs. It was literally someone else, and it was for that dog on the keyboard going, oh, like that. And this person who claimed it, literally, it's not even their video. I was like, all right. And so I was like, right, you know what? No, I'm going against it. So we did it. And yes, it's gone. But I'll take that out of private now, though. Put that back to public. But there was another thing as well. So, if you remember, last year, for nearly a year, we did, so 26 weeks, we did the horror videos, the retrospectives, if you remember. You know, going through all of these and everything else. And as you can see right by there, my most popular one, 180,000 views. Faces of Death, a retrospective, okay? Well, yesterday, I received a community guideline warning. Which I was like, oh, okay, you know, what's this for? Like, you know, what's happening here? And what it was, this community guideline, it was saying that it was regarding, so I look at the restrictions. So, video has been removed because of, oh, you can't, yeah, inappropriate, well, go back on it. Inappropriate content. Ad suitability confirmed by review. So, see that bottom one by here, view feedback. So, here we go. You got by here, you selected violence, safe for ads, limited ads, 328 to 329. And that part there, it was cut out. It was cut out because you can cut everything else out on the editor in the studio. But yesterday, so when did I actually post this video? This video was posted, let's go back to videos. October 5th. Okay? So we're what? Good 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago. And I received the community guideline warning here yesterday regarding it. And with this, I was like, oh my god, really? And they said it was because the violation was basically violent or graphic content. So if I wanted to get this taken off, I had to go through action and training, which is 7 questions where you literally just got basically pick the right answer. And that expires on September the 17th. But with this, though, I couldn't really believe it because I got in touch with YouTube on Twitter. And I told them, I was like, right, I don't know what's going on here because this has now happened. You removed the video. And what was going on? I actually spoke with someone. We got the action was taken in the content, you know, and it was edited out. You know, we went for that. We got rid of it all. And, you know, say we saw it by here. If we just go into the videos as well, we just go down to it. It was removed. But yeah, we had the view feedback right by there. These results have been rated because of this. And it was this minutes, time by here. And we removed it. We removed 15 seconds, even though it was literally 1 second. 328 to 329. But I removed 15 seconds just to be on the safe side. All of a sudden, it's back in the video. And I'm like, no. I showed them all of this. And guess what they said on YouTube? Which they're there, so, you know, to be, oh, you know, come to us if you've got any issues. I sent them all of this screenshot. I sent them all of this. And I even showed them it was not in the video. Oh, you have to go through the appeal. We can't help you here. I was like, are you serious? I was like, come on. You can't really be like saying that when I've literally shown you the video is not, you know, it doesn't contain what you're saying. So I've asked them. I have sent this for them. I have sent it back to them. And I have gone, well, I think you need to look into this because obviously someone has replaced the video. Because I literally cut it out and I showed them. So I showed them the video. It's not even in the actual video. So I'm like, where have you got this from? Which is absolutely nuts. But Brett, you know, say we got Brett, say Tony, hello, Di, hello. Yeah, you know, it's great. Everyone is coming here. But yeah, so I just found it really, really funny. I just had to rant about that for a little bit. But yeah, that's what we got, folks. But you know what? I was like, right, I'll play your game. I'll go out there and I'll just, you know, what they said, you know, send an appeal. And I said to him that if the video, the remaining video, if any of that goes against it, I agree, okay, remove the video. But it doesn't. So we are going to be waiting to see what these people say regarding it. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't surprise me if they come back with and go, oh, yeah, it's a mistake. So we're just waiting on that. We are just waiting for that now. And ladies and gents, I say we get on into the woman caught after stealing $37,000 in a romance scam. We're going to jump on into this, folks.
I love your humor so much. I love your smile too.
So we were just texting every day. It just kind of exploded romantically.
Right, I'll put some the captions on as well.
This man into handing over his 401k?
I pulled money out of my retirement. I'm currently dating a lady
another one, another one.
Elaine Jones.
You've been involved in an online romance scam. Elaine does not exist.
Huh.
Now our team will travel across the country to track this scammer down.
If you want to log into my account and try to make the transfer, that's fine.
You could send me the login for your account.
If that makes you feel better.
Hi, we're looking for Sharon. We have a flowers delivery.
No, wrong house. Sharon is not home.
She's for sure, like 100% she's hiding.
Who would have thought she would answer the phone?
We've brought in some of the biggest scam baiters in the world and even a forensic voice analyst to crack this.
This is going to be a good one by the looks of things, folks.
Sharon could be the voice of
We got her.
That this is the same woman speaking on all 3 recordings.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't even like flowers in the first place.
This is not about flowers. This is kind of like a finale.
You know where he lives?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
Yeah, you know, it's nuts what we've seen though, innit, really, with all of this going on.
For those of you that are new to our
Very
channel,
juicy,
meet
Astrid.
Mark. He was under the impression that he was in an online relationship with a woman going by the name of Elaine.
I'm currently dating
poor
a
Elaine.
lady by the name of Elaine Jones. I met her at Christian Singles. She said, "Hi, I'm Elaine. Good to meet you." So we were just texting, getting to know each other constantly, every day. And then it just kind of exploded romantically.
After a few months of chatting with Elaine, Mark fell head over heels for this.
So when he says it just exploded romantically, first of all, you haven't even seen them. You know, you've never met him. And what are we thinking here? Are we just going about, you know, literally, it's like, what's going on? You know, it's like, well, you're seeing each other. You know, are you FaceTiming each other? Have you ever met this woman? You know? And the sad thing is, it's not just normal like Tinder or something like that, is it? You know, it's... The way that this goes about is absolutely nuts, you know? Amica, have a good night's sleep, Amica. Enjoy your sleep. You know, it's like, of all things, not going on Tinder or anything, but going on literally to go on to Christian Singles.
This woman.
I did buy her a ring, and I kind of hinted it to her, but then we were talking about marriage. If she ever gets to the States, I would propose to her, and I wrote
If she ever came to the States!
To her. My dearest Elaine, we only have known each other for only a short time, yet I feel that we knew each other our whole lives. You have extended your love to me and have shown me what unconditional love is. I see you as my best friend, my life companion, and my lover.
When Mark and Elaine arranged dates to meet up in person, Elaine suddenly had to travel overseas for work.
She worked with her dad in Japan to oversee production of lithium diode Tesla batteries to be transferred onto a ship to send back to the States.
This was when Elaine's request for money kicked in. She sent images of a factory in Japan, the people she worked with, and a contract that stated how much the project was going to cost. And she would need him to help fund it until it was finished.
God.
Her first request was $33,000.
I pulled money out.
That's the first lot. You know what? We've seen these recently, obviously, where they're going around and they're literally like, right, okay, folks, you have got, yeah, you've got, you know, oh, you know, 500 here, 500 there. Oh, do you want to do a meet and greet? We'll send you $1,000 or whatever and all this kind of stuff. But this one, the very first request is $33,000. $33,000. So, I'm just thinking, so $33,000, so that's roughly about 29,000 British pounds. That's what my wage was for an entire year a couple of years ago when I worked in social media. That's the first request. Oh my God. Literally, it's, oh yeah, you know, we're going to go forward. Oh, here you are. And it's just like, oh my God. Absolutely insane. $33,000. There's one we're going to look at after. $300 million. Yeah, it's insane. Sarcasm. Good afternoon, my friend. How are we?
My retirement.
How are we?
Through an old IRA account that I had. So she had me wire the funds to another bank. 2 weeks after that, there was a delay in docking fees.
Oh,
altogether,
my God.
Mark ended up sending Elaine around $37,000, and Elaine was still claiming to be in Japan. This was when Mark reached out to our team, and we sat down with him to reveal the truth.
Oh, so
about
to be
this
honest, that's
woman.
not too.
There were issues.
That's not too bad. I've just realised I am showing myself, not the video. So £37,000, $37,000, and after the second lot. Oh, sarcasm. I thought we'd have a little. So we were going to be doing like, a comedy Friday, just having a laugh and a joke, no serious stuff. But, we're going to have a look at this one here, and then we got a 300 million one or whatever. But, so after the second payment to this person, he then started questioning it. He could be a little bit, cleverer than the other people we've seen. But yeah, $37,000 he's given. Oh. Elaine doesn't get him any. Oh, ain't it, Astrid? Oh, you know what? Yeah, right. I got something we're going to look at after.
This
actually,
person was a fraud.
We'll watch this first, and then we'll talk about the other thing.
The identification she sent Mark
it was absolutely
Photoshopped,
nuts.
and the images of the warehouse she was working in were copied and pasted from an article on the internet.
Oh.
What we're trying to say, Mark, is you've been involved in an online
bamboozled.
romance scam. The person that you're talking to under the name Elaine does not exist. We were able to confirm that the real person in this image, her name is Claire.
Oh, see?
Huh.
Claire is a model, and she has a ton of images on
There
stock
we go.
photo websites. She also has a few different profiles. She stole the pictures from Claire's
Obviously.
profiles and her modeling portfolios.
But who was behind this
You cannot
profile?
blame Claire,
It was
see?
time to figure that out. Mark and Elaine would communicate through Skype most of the time. So we took over his Skype and set up a phone call with this mysterious person going by the name of Elaine.
So when they said Skype, straight away I was thinking, oh my God, are they actually doing face-to-face FaceTimes? Obviously not, just a bloody phone call. But, it's... Dave, right, okie dokie, we will have a little look-see at that. Brett, you know what, there is a lot of lonely people, like the one we saw yesterday with Catherine, who, has spent so much money, like over like 50 grand, I think it was, wasn't it? For Chase, the a country and western singer.
And David posed as Mark.
Oh, here we go.
Hi, Lane, how are you?
Hello, Mark.
Yeah, oh my God. Am I really talking to you?
I love your humor so much.
Oh my God, I'm so funny.
I love your smile too.
Oh, I do have a good smile.
This person was money hungry, so we used that to our advantage by baiting them into using our bank site riddled with traps to catch
worst thing
scammers.
with that there is that she literally couldn't tell the real Mark from this one. She's there like, oh yeah, we've been phoning each other, we've been speaking to each other, and it's like all of a sudden they're talking, and she doesn't know the difference. I think you would see the difference,
David coded in $250,000 in the bank account, and all we needed her to do was sign in.
I transfer the money to you. All you have to do is accept the transfer, and then you put your bank details.
Mark?
What?
But in order for her to make a transfer on our site, she would need to submit an ID.
Yes,
That's
there
how
we
we
go.
would find out who was behind all of this.
If you want to log into my account and try to make the transfer, that's fine.
So you could send me the login for your account?
Okay, I'll send you the logins right now.
Okay, bye.
The scam bait was a success.
Wow.
This person did exactly what we wanted them to do.
So you'll give me the login? I guess so, yeah. Because that's exactly what we wanted you to say.
This person logged into the
I
account.
fucking love that
and
dude. He's
that's
so
when
funny.
Two IDs were submitted to accept the transfer. A man named Derek in the UK and a woman by the name of Sharon in Virginia.
You know what, Brett? So, I don't like the doner meat, the kebab meat. I always have the chicken. Oh my God. You saying that there and say sarcasm like I'm happy with my 2 sandwiches. I had egg mayonnaise sandwich before I came on, and it was amazing. Tony, this is funny. This is a funny one. This, because we're saying how stupid this one is. Because this person gets caught, and they meet her.
Virginia. These two people were
in
involved
it, just
in
giving the login details is so funny for it.
To figure out how.
All right, so we got them. This is it. They're clearly the scammers, right?
It's too much of a coincidence because this website was only built to catch scammers.
Oh, see, I love it.
Anybody else.
Absolutely love it.
Coincidence that two random strangers that are both.
We also got to be careful as well, Tony, for like I say, because yesterday, well, this morning, I received a copyright claim regarding the dog video we did yesterday. So that's the problem that I have with a lot of like funny videos on YouTube. That's why it's kind of hard to try and find Creative Commons, which is the which means anyone can use them. And like I say, this is it by here. So Creative Commons is, if you just try and find it and everything else, sadly, you know, like I say, we put funny videos in, we looked at the animal ones. I got, like I say, we got the claim yesterday. Where we go? Creative Commons. Have a look at that. So like, we can look at these after. You know, we will leave this by here. But guarantee you we'll probably try and have some people who will try and be like, oh, you can't use that video. It's not allowed. And I hate those people. I really do.
The same 10 to 12 hour period is...
This from America. This is sarcasm.
Because remember how you were telling me that during the conversation you were looking at the screen recording
sarcasm.
And quote unquote Elaine kept muting the mic? How do I make you happy? You tell me. Talk to me, girl. Talk to me dirty.
Yeah.
Mark, you already know, Mark. You already know.
And why do you keep muting your mic?
Ooh. Yeah.
Because I want to come home.
I know. Who are you talking to?
Oh.
Who am I talking to? I'm talking to you.
Yeah, well, you keep muting.
Mic. Why are you muting
Obviously.
your mic?
I was just my fingers.
Oh, okay.
Behind, which is basically the strings, the puppeteer, right?
Yeah, what do I do? What do I say?
What to say? And Brienne did research on both these people, and she found something interesting.
They both have family ties back in Ghana. So this is Sharon's dad. This is his Facebook
Here we
profile,
go.
And he states that he's from Accra, Ghana.
He's kind of a flashy person. Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how he's... Oh, why he's flashy.
And it says
there
family
she is.
vacation. Gosh. This is her mom. And then she has two sisters.
But even if you go to like the mom's social media, it's like very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mom is the same. She has friends that are tied back to Ghana.
Yeah.
Also, I found Sharon's LinkedIn.
A family of...
shows her last place of employment.
We have to go visit her and Derek and get them to admit what's going on. If we can get them in person, we show them like this hard evidence that we have.
But Derek's all the way in the UK.
You know who else is in the UK?
Who?
G9, baby.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think G9 would be totally down.
G9 is an ethical hacker based in the UK, known for helping victims of fraud by using his tech skills. We asked him to visit the address on Derek's ID to confront him at the same time we confronted Sharon in Virginia.
I didn't know they had this guy in it, because I watch a few of his videos.
Keeping them from having the chance to coordinate their story.
Exactly.
G9 would handle Derek in the UK, and we invited Trilogy Media to help us out with confronting Sharon in Virginia.
Well, it looks like we're going to Virginia.
Well, another travel trip, let's go.
Our team booked the first flight from California to Virginia. We were going to confront Sharon face to face.
It's mad how they got the balls to do all of this, though, isn't it?
And
you know,
go find out why this girl's involved.
Going around and
who lost $33,000.
Hi, Brienne. I'm calling about getting some updates. I really want to get these perpetrators apprehended and locked up. So if you get back to me, thank you.
Right.
Seeing another one.
Oh, he's a tall dude, isn't he?
It was time to get to work, Seekers. Our team sat down with Trilogy Media's team to come up with a game plan on how we're gonna approach Sharon.
It's very unique that we have somebody in the US that's like behind these romance scams. So if we have her, we can go to law enforcement, hand everything over, and be like, look, this is all we have.
So you're thinking that there's a chance that Sharon could be the voice of Elaine?
Yeah, 100%.
With the help of IRL Rosie, we were able to locate Sharon's sister's TikTok account.
What's interesting is the TikTok account has been made private. In one of the videos was Sharon in a car with her sister laughing.
It's coming. It's free. Hey! How can AC be free? Go to electricity and ask them, is AC free? AC really consumed.
Hold on, Seekers. Listen closely to Sharon's laugh again. Now one more time. Now listen to Elaine's laugh.
Oh, we got him.
This is why we've been suspicious that Sharon might be Elaine, which means she may have played a big part in the $37,000 that Mark was scammed out of. This is why it's extremely important for us to confront Sharon
sarcasm to go along with it,
So
just
we
to go
have
in
the
and get them.
location of where she works.
It's almost like an adult daycare a little bit. And so that's why I think like during the day, she might be there. We also have her home address and all her family lives there.
If she's involved in a scam and let's say she believes that we're investigating this website, wouldn't she just not want to talk?
Ashton was right. We needed a plan to get Sharon to engage with us in a conversation.
What if you walked in with a bouquet of flowers and you're like, is Sharon here?
Oh, that's perfect.
Love that.
Right?
All right, Seekers. So here's the plan. It was midday, and we knew Sharon was probably at work, so the team decided to visit her with a flower delivery from an anonymous person.
Hello. Something like this is great.
You think so?
Oh, you want bigger? See, so if Connor is holding like this. Like this. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's heavy.
Yeah?
So I think so. And then if we don't give it to Sharon, I get to keep it.
We finally picked out the perfect flowers for Sharon, and it was time to head to her job.
I like Brienne.
We were about to come face to face with the person that scammed Mark out of $33,000.
We're going to deliver flowers to somebody that was helping somebody else be scammed. Brienne's going to be the flower delivery person. Connor's going to be the employee in training.
Yeah.
And we will be the muscle. They will sit
I'm
in the car.
I'm going to be the muscle. Ashley's going to be the reckless driver. Reckless. I'll be the mouth.
You want to back in or no? Because if we're... well, I guess it doesn't matter.
We can just not pay attention. Like, you don't have to identify this is your car.
Don't point at the thing.
One thing.
Okay.
So David mutes, but you keep your phone unmuted.
Okay.
Right?
It's on mute.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
I'm gonna put this GoPro in my pocket.
Okay. Card. Here you go. Ready? Yeah. Okay. Two turns. Hi, how are you?
All right, how about you? What
Good.
flowers for?
There, so I have a delivery for Sharon.
What address are you going to?
This address. Let's see here. This is from her friend, so they have this address down for the delivery.
Yeah, she's not an employee.
Oh, she's not an employee. Okay, okay. So this is a delivery from a friend, and they had put this address down to drop off the bouquet of flowers. So I just was trying to confirm what location she worked at, because it looks like the friend has an old location listed.
Yes. She has not been working with us for over 2 years.
Over 2 years. Okay. Okay.
2 years.
I do have a
What's
secondary
going on there then, I
address
wonder?
as well. It looks like it's her home address, so I guess I could just go and try that.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know where else to take the flowers. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate this, Alice. Thank you, Alice. All right. All right. You guys have a great day. That was really helpful. Thank you so much. Not a problem. You have a good rest of your day. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go, girl. Sorry, there's a big ass bee trying to kill me. What do you guys think of that?
So she hasn't worked there in 2 years?
She hasn't worked there in 2 years.
So LinkedIn's out of date.
Yeah.
But they knew her.
Yep.
Yeah, they knew
It turns out Sharon no longer worked for this company. So the next step was going to her house.
We're gonna circle, we're gonna find her location, her house. find the
Idiocracy.
parking.
I'll put that down now on the my notepad.
Hi, we're looking for Sharon. We have a flowers delivery.
Hello? We have a delivery.
Ma'am?
There's something there, so we have to do hand delivery, so.
Ma'am?
Oh, Sharon's not home. We have a delivery of flowers. I need you to sign this for me. I have a flower delivery, a bouquet for Sharon. I need you to sign this for me.
Wrong house, my ass.
It's the address. It's from her friend. So I'm just a delivery person. I just need you. Okay, what's a good time?
I don't know. I'm calling her. She's not answering.
Oh, okay. Sorry. In order for me to deliver this, I need a signature, and it's hand delivery only. So, just let me know the time we can come back so I can deliver these flowers to her.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know.
Okay, we can come back tonight. Thank you. Okay, we'll just come back tonight. Thank you.
I'm telling you, so many things are going on here. It makes you think.
Yeah. Let's drive. Yeah.
Whoever was behind the door was highly suspicious of our flower delivery, so the team decided to regroup. That's when Brienne decided to give the number Sharon provided on our bank site a call.
Okay, I'm gonna try this phone number that she inputted.
Okay. I think I've just... You know what? I'm going to pause up by there because I'm pretty sure I've just received a scam email. F1 McLaren exclusive invite opportunity. It's a guy from Google, but I'm not too sure what's going on here. Post your members-only content to be eligible for an invite. We have an awesome opportunity for you. A chance to be considered for an invite to one of our F1 McLaren's exclusive events invites in London. I'm not even going to click the link. We have an awesome opportunity for you, a chance to be considered for an invite. It'll be hosting a series of events and extended an invite for our creators. Like, see now, is that real? Or is that fake? Because to me, that sounds fake. You know? You know what, we'll have a look at that after. Yeah, the woman on the door. Yeah, exactly. That is definitely Sharon. You know, with them just saying that, literally. Oh, wrong one. Well, the domain address, sarcasm, is actually at google.com. But we know they can spoof email addresses. You know, that's the issue I got with that. But, you know what? Let's have a look. I'm just going to put the guy's name into a search engine. Okay, there is a LinkedIn. There is an Instagram. Oh, okay. So, this is it. So this is the actual YouTube official blog. Meet the team behind the EMA YouTube shorts. Shorts, yeah. It's her by ear, the glasses. She's the one who's in the email address and in the photo. But yeah, so this is her there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, though. It's always funny. I may just mess around with them. It'd be even funnier. Oh, not answering.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
My mom or grandmother, whoever that was, she was not lying. You see, she's not answering. I'm just like curious if she even lived with them.
She might not live there.
Yeah.
But then why would she say come back later? If you don't
That's
live there,
true.
you'd be like, she doesn't live here. Sorry.
And she said it. She said it a few times. She doesn't live here. But she only responded when I put my fist on the door.
And she's like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, flowers delivery. And she got quiet again.
I go like this, and Art goes,
Yeah, I know. That's what happens.
and I'm just like, ah!
He's a
She
big
ain't coming
dude.
out now. Actually, she did sound
a little panicked and nervous. She wouldn't answer us for what, 2 minutes, Art? She answered us once and we're like, oh, someone's home. Then goes silent.
It's either her mom or aunt or older relative, and she probably doesn't know. I mean, it's just young. She's in her 20s, right?
The thing is we tried work. She doesn't work there. I'm trying to think if there's anything. Let me see something. Let me see something. When we looked her up on IGI, was there a secondary phone number?
Oh, there was.
Okay.
Sharon wasn't answering, but
Secondary one?
Brienne was able to find another number that was connected to Sharon's name using a name search.
Do you think
okay.
you could call this old number? What do you think?
What's the date on it?
2019.
Call all the numbers.
She's never answered her phone with all the numbers we've called over the last few months. But it's connected. Yeah, it's connected.
It's ringing.
Hello? Hi. Is this Sharon?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Brienne with the delivery services. I attempted to deliver a package for you earlier. I have already completed my...
Something for me from where?
From, I don't know from who, but it's a bouquet of flowers.
I'm sorry, I don't think I'm expecting anything from you.
It says Sharon, and I have your address. So, I mean, it's a delivery. I just need to drop it off and have you sign for it.
I'm sorry, I'm not signing for anything that... No. And besides, I don't think I'm expecting anything from anybody either, so...
Do you want me to check the note? I mean, I just need to let you know that I work with...
You know what I would do straight away with that? I'd be like, right, okay, I'd go back and then say later on, I'd jump on the call and say I'm, that Mark dude or whatever, and say Martin, and be like, I sent some flowers, didn't you get them? And then see what she does.
For a delivery service, and I have this bouquet in my car. I've already ran my route. I just need to deliver the flowers and have you sign for authorization.
I'm not signing for anything that I don't know. I'm sorry, you got the wrong number.
Okay, so should I check the note for you so you can see who it's from?
I don't think I'm expecting anything from anybody, like I said.
Okay, I'm just letting you know the company that I work for, and this is what we do, and we deliver the packages. So if you're saying that this is wrong, I could read the note off for you to see if you know who this person is.
I'm kind of losing you. I can't really hear what you said.
Oh, okay. Would you like me to read the note? Because it says Sharon.
Oh, yeah.
One.
She's like, what's going on? Like, I don't know this.
But like I said, I'm not expecting anything from anybody. So I don't know. I don't feel like
it's a surprise.
So
it just says that it is hand delivery only, signature required. Sharon. I mean,
like I said, I don't think it's mine.
That's your name.
Yeah. I don't even like flowers in the first place, so.
But you know what? I'm reading the note right now, so I know this is weird, and I never do this, because actually you're the first person that's ever denied the pack. Hello? Can you hear me?
She hung up.
Call her back.
Well, we should confront then. Just saying the only way to get her to meet might be to be up front and be like, look, we have something we need to discuss with you.
In-person conversation is going to be the best.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
She's hiding.
She's for sure, like 100% she's hiding.
Now, she will be definitely hiding or telling family not to open the door.
That's it. Don't answer phones. Don't open up this.
To reconvene and call her and be more direct and be like, look, okay, this is what's really going on.
Who would not accept flowers, even if you don't know who it is?
I don't like flowers. What?
Yeah. I don't like flowers.
Who the doesn't like flowers that have
Shannon,
flowers
someone that bought them for you, like. Maybe,
I think it's like we're gonna lose her no matter what.
Call back, maybe.
I don't think they'll lose her. I just think she's really, she knows what's going on.
I think we should. I think we should open up. I think we should open up.
To open up on the
Come
phone.
on,
We have no choice.
But then
because she's gonna hide no matter what.
We have to push hard.
Yeah.
We have to be like, look, this is gonna be
There's no
criminal
Wi-Fi
trouble
here. That's why we keep dropping the call, though.
All right, Seekers. It seemed like Sharon wasn't buying our flower delivery
That's
story.
the thing, see?
The team drove away to regroup again. Although it was pretty crazy how similar Sharon and Elaine sounded.
So you could send me the login for your account? I'm sorry, I don't think I'm expecting anything from anybody.
That's her.
All I'm thinking as I'm hearing her voice, I'm like, oh my God, She sounds just like that. We need to confront. It's been too long. I think we should call her back.
Just say,
no matter what we do,
just come out,
there's
innit?
no way go back. She's not gonna open the door. If she's gonna hang up on us, and she can disappear.
We're already in that position.
Yeah, this is it. This is kind of like a finale.
Seekers, you have to stick around until the end. Find out how we meet up with Sharon face to face.
Somebody who wasn't involved would not stay on, and then she sounds panicked as
There we they got her! They got her!
And we'll get even closer to figuring out whether or not Sharon is truly Elaine.
Do I feel comfortable saying that this is the same woman?
If you like this video, please consider subscribing.
Hey, Pick a Mix, how's it going?
Done that, give this video a like too.
Oh, she knows something is up,
if
yeah.
If you're looking to contact us and you think
with that, I would be like, right, I would get in touch with the guy and be like, has she got in touch with you at all? Has she asked any questions or whatever, and see what he says about it? Because obviously, he's the one who's come to Catfish and be like, right, this is going on, we need this. You know?
Might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online, or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or Catfish. Instead of beating around the bush, the team agreed to confront Sharon with everything that we knew and let her know how suspicious we were of her.
Pick a Mix, how hot is it up by you?
Hello?
Hi, Sharon.
Who's this?
Hi, this is David McClellan. I'm actually calling you because a few months ago, you had signed up for a website called Does that sound familiar?
Huh?
So a few months ago, you had signed up for .com. Does that sound familiar?
No.
I know you signed up for the site because you had put in your personal details and uploaded your driver's license.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it.
Oh, here we go.
I think you actually talked to me on the phone.
You talked to me on the phone.
Mark, does that sound familiar?
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. Wait.
Oh.
Is this a scam call or something?
No. So we're actually going to the police with this information. So I wanted.
I don't know what. I'm sorry. I don't. What?
So I wanted to call you before we went to the police.
Cal,
And
hello.
So, I wanted to. Yeah. So basically, I think somebody got you involved in this, and so we're actually after the person that got you involved. So we know your information's there and you're involved because like nobody would.
You know, people take people's information, right? I don't know anything about this. You said a few months ago. I don't even know that a few months ago, which was when.
Here,
a few months ago.
Maybe that will refresh.
Yeah,
your memory.
do it all.
So 8/19 at 3:53 p.m.
I was not even here. I was not even in the country. 8/19. That's August, right? August 19.
Yeah. Where were you?
I was not even in the country.
Where were you August 19th?
I was in Ghana.
Ghana. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry. Is this a scam call or something?
In a scam,
you can look me up.
Literally.
So my name's David McClellan. I'm with a company called SocialCatfish.com. We investigate online scams. And
okay, but I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry. It's like you're pinning something on me. I don't know anything about that. Someone called me from the same number saying they have a delivery for me.
That was us. That was us, Sharon. Yeah, that was us.
I don't know anything about it. I don't even like flowers in the first place.
Well,
so I'm sorry.
This is not about flowers and whether you like flowers or not. This is about somebody losing $33,000.
Listen, I didn't receive that kind of money. I don't even know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Why would you?
Yeah. So we have all of it. So we're gonna go to law enforcement. So if you don't want to talk to us, that's okay. I can go to law enforcement. So here's the deal. I want to give you the opportunity.
There's no opportunity. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Please.
We have all the evidence.
We're gonna go to law enforcement and hand everything over. But if you give me just 1 minute to speak, I just want to let you know what we're trying to do. Because we're not after you. We're after the person that got you involved.
Okay, but I just want you to understand that I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who the name you just mentioned. I don't know who that person is.
So I have IP addresses of logins to the website. I have your email, gmail.com.
There we go.
Email. I don't even know.
Well, it is attached to you. I have your home address, your phone number, and then I have your driver's license that was uploaded with it too. We'd like to meet, so we actually flew out here to meet with you. Over.
That one by there, when they said, we have your driver's license, that's when she's gone like, almost like, yeah, we know it's you, darling.
For this. and we're gonna be meeting with law enforcement to hand this over.
We knock on the door, but they said that you're not home.
Yeah, but if we could meet with you, if we could meet with you to
Where are
show
you working?
what we have.
If we went there and they said you weren't.
And like again, we're not after you. There's somebody that got you involved.
So funny.
Somebody is using her information. Somebody is using her driver license.
Yeah, but you know people take people's information online, right?
Yeah, but Sharon, they don't take pictures of your driver's license and then upload your driver's license, your cell number, your home address, your first and last name, everything. That's not what they do.
Address you're even talking about, that's not even my email address. I wouldn't. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about
Sharon, what time you gonna be home? Because again, we flew from Los Angeles, California to meet with you with a pack of evidence. What time you will be home? We would love to show you everything that you have and you can see it for yourself. Please, can you meet with us? Give us 5 minutes in person, please. Somebody is using your credentials, your ID, your driver license, and there are a lot of money is moving from one account to another account and they're using your names. So if you're not involved, we want to help you.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, please. Okay. What time you gonna be home?
I should be home by 8.
Maybe you can name public place, you name, it's your area. We're not locals, we're from Los Angeles. We want to hear your story.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Can you text us, please?
Out of them, the tall guy is the best one. He's the one who should have spoke to her in the start. Because again, the other guy, he's just like, we got you, love. We, just admit to it. But obviously he's like, no, we got someone's using your credentials. They got your photo ID. They got your driver's license. They're basically committing fraud in your name. We want to help you. That's how it should have been done in the first place.
Please, where to meet, and we're gonna meet with you. 5 minutes, and we'll be done, and we're gonna give you everything that we have.
Okay, all right.
All right, we're gonna see you at 8 o'clock at your house. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Somebody who wasn't involved.
I have no idea what that emoji is. I can't see it.
Panicked as
Yeah, she was.
She would answer the phone 2 times. She's definitely a pawn.
But she sounded panicked. Like
she's
stressed
the out.
The flowers, she's like, well, I don't want flowers, blah, 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 right? She could have been like, hey, I don't want to meet with you, and because I'm not part of this, so...
Exactly!
But hey, success.
Wow.
She want to meet,
nice
and
job.
That's what important.
What about the flowers?
Brienne gets them.
Always the best idea, although she hates flowers. Thanks a lot,
Damn
Ashton.
it.
Can't you get anything right? Jesus. Chocolate.
Just about to say, you should have got a cake, Ashton.
No.
Seekers, this was it. Sharon agreed to meet up. We couldn't believe what was happening. She shared an address to a local McDonald's through text message with the team. The team drove to the location and waited for about 30 minutes. Then, this happened.
Hi, Sharon. Hi.
Sharon, nice to meet you. My name is Art, and this is
My name's Ashton.
First of all, I don't want you to be scared. We're good people.
We'll explain everything.
It is weird. No, 100%. It's weird. I agree with you. We've been doing this for a long time. I want you to know that. And so, we're passionate about, people that go and steal money from other people. That's our mission. We want to help these people out, right? Sometimes people like you get caught up in this, okay? We're good guys. We're not here to go...
Before we go any further, do we think that she is a pawn in all of this? Do we think that someone has told her mum, dad, or whatever, you gotta do this, and these are the details you gotta give people or get from them? Do you think that's it? Because, if, this is the girl, one they're on about, this, who is this woman, the house that she lives in, if she's got $37,000 from one guy, they gotta be doing it to other people, obviously. But it doesn't look like that you would be staying there. Or does that make too much sense to be it? Right, Di, so you think she is behind it, I'm not too sure. Personally, though, she is the one who's doing it anyway, but so she is guilty no matter what. But do we think it's a bigger thing, a bigger group? It said about her mum and dad as well, didn't they? Their Facebook accounts are exactly the same, all flash and pizzazz and all this. Oh my god, I sound old. I sound so old. Saying the pizzazz. God damn it, I'm getting old. Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting old.
So after somebody that maybe was taken advantage of, or somebody that was involved,
sarcasm, yeah, that's a good point.
Okay? That's what we think has happened to you. We do think you were involved. And I'll let you know why we think you're involved. We can sit down, by the way, too. So essentially we built this site, and the only people we gave that website to were ourselves and the scammer. So here's the
Here we go.
Here's the device,
the time.
the IP address.
How is her face gonna change?
Is this your driver's license? Yeah. This is all the information. So this is your information. This is this.
My phone number, that's my address, but that's not my email address.
So here's the deal. The chances that somebody would take a picture, take your driver's license out of your wallet, take a picture of it, and upload it to the website are probably slim to none.
That's it.
Right? Okay. So like, that's why like we know you're involved, and so we're trying to figure out like what happened.
And you said there was a location?
Yeah.
Different locations.
They were masking their IP address, right? So like the IP address kept changing.
Florida, Washington.
I wasn't even here.
But you know it's a website. You don't need to be here to log into
I
the
don't
website.
even know anything
Exactly.
about
Have you been dating online? Have you been like anything like
Is there
online
any
dating?
family members that could have
Who can
accessed
get
your
access to your
driver's license?
information?
No, I live with my parents and then my little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my siblings. I have 3 siblings. Plus me, so we're 4.
We have like 3 different locations in the United States, and all of them from Ghana.
I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry.
No, I understand that you don't know, but it's just like weird that person with your driver license go to our trap that we're setting specifically for scammers and try to withdraw money from this website.
And like I said, I don't know anything about it.
You've never heard ever?
Swear to God, I don't.
Did somebody ask you to send you your ID when you were in Ghana?
No.
Because the thing is there's 2 people from Ghana that signed up for the site, right? So there's you, and then there's this other person that signed up.
He's another person that signed up, used his email. We have his driver's license.
Okay, I don't know.
No? Okay.
Does anybody has access to your private, you know, like to your social security, to your driver license, besides your...
That's my first, I'm shocked. Like, I don't know anything about it, honestly.
All right, Seekers. You know what, as well with this, Tony, it is. So the way I'm looking at this now is, if all of this is going on, why is she by herself? If someone rang me and they were like, we got all this information, we got this, I would be like, either to my mates, you come with me, or to my dad, like, you come with me. Why is she by herself?
Straight out of the gate, Sharon was claiming she had nothing to do with any of this and never heard of our website. So David decided to play the conversation to her he had with Elaine.
So it's not my proudest moment, but I had a kinky conversation with somebody behind the scam. And so when we talk to this person, I get on a call.
So you should send me the login.
That's
the person?
Yeah, who does that sound like?
I don't know that. I don't know that person.
Yeah.
That even doesn't sound like an African accent, right? I don't know.
It does to me.
It does to me.
That does not.
We do a lot.
So
with
what
happens?
Okay, yeah. I'm Ghanaian. I don't know.
So this is how we got the person to sign up, which you ended up signing up for the site.
I did not. You keep on saying I end up.
Because it is you, darling.
But what are the chances that somebody took a picture of? This is not like.
But okay, like I said, people use people's.
Right, I've seen.
They
but do they?
Yes, but not your driver's license.
However, like to have access to someone's driver's license, whole other thing. That means someone close to you has access to your driver's license.
Honestly, I don't.
Do you have any siblings? Do you have any relatives in Ghana that still lives in Ghana?
Yeah, my cousins.
Your cousins. Do they have access to your, did you ever send something like MoneyGram, Western Union?
Or, again, this is thinking now from her perspective. If I had all this, I'd be like, well, I stayed with them, my belongings were there. They could have found the photo. They could have sent, they could have took my driver's license, take a photo and put it back without me knowing. That's how I would get out of it. But yeah, I'd be there with my friend, you know, literally my dad, my friends, that's it. Like, yeah, what's going on? These people are calling me saying they want to meet and they got all this evidence against me. That could have been a scam in itself.
Anything that your driver license
like we saw with the lady the other night.
Somebody's using your information.
The other day.
Do you have a picture like this on your phone of your driver's license?
No, I don't.
Did you lose your phone recently?
No, I did not.
The problem is whether or not you know anything about this, the implications and the proof looks bad, and it could put you in prison. That's why we're here. We want to help you.
I swear to God, I don't know anything about that. And if I did, I don't think I'll be in this country if I had taken any ledge. I'm a CNA. I don't.
Yeah, I know CNAs. Yeah. You serve people on a daily basis.
Well, that's why we're here to talk to you, because it happens very often that someone may not be aware that someone else is maybe putting them in a position to use their information. But basically, what they're doing is they're using you and a lot of other people's information to launder money and wire fraud. And so we're trying to track the money to the person
get yourself off the shit. I'd be like, that's it's not me.
But somebody got a hold of your information and they're pinning it on you. So that's why we're trying to get anything that you might offer to help us find that person. Because the proof, unfortunately,
didn't think of that.
On you,
parents could be like, oh, we can get away. Let us suffer.
Honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't have anything.
Did you recognize the voice?
No, I swear I don't know.
What is your email address?
It's
Sharon at AOL.
That's not my address.
Yeah. Somebody was so quick to get hands on your information. That was we're trying to figure out, like, if somebody has access to you like so quick.
Honestly, I don't.
You know, with this here, the way she looks now, she looks extremely guilty as well. She's just sat there and she's just like, no, you can see she's just looking at the driver's license and you can tell she's trying to think of something. Because if you just go back a little bit, there, because she's looking at the driver's license and she's like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? You know, and for in her head,
you could just be someone like this going, oh my God, Gerald wants me to die. How they got my driver's license? My name's Sharon. How do they know about Elaine? Do they know about Martin? Do they know that I took $37,000 from him? Oh, it can't be. Or
it could literally just be like, oh my God, what have they done? A bit like the 11-year-old girl who called the police and said her friend was kidnapped.
To figure out, like, if somebody has access to you like so quick.
Honestly, I don't.
That's why we ask about relatives at Ghana, you know. Maybe they do.
I'd be like, no, like, right, I'm going to the police.
My cousin.
We have to go to the police. That's what I'd be like.
Sent a picture of your ID to any person ever?
No.
But how did this happen?
I don't know.
Yeah. But that's the weird part, right?
I don't know.
What about your employer?
No.
And you only have the one email?
I've just found a grandpa emoji. That is literally me.
So you've never seen this email before?
I swear to God, I don't know who this email is.
So whoever had access to your driver's license also knew your phone number as well and your address. But
I know, but that's online.
No, but this isn't.
I don't know anything.
She's trying so hard to stop it, isn't she?
It's like you're trying to pimp something. I don't.
But this,
I was worried when someone you called.
Yeah.
I think I spoke to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you said bouquet of. I don't feel like flowers. So that was weird.
Just like flowers, Ashton.
But this is like the troubling part for me. Is that like
the address?
Out of all, it's the driver's license.
Myself, I'm like, oh, like I want to know how somebody got my license out of my wallet and then took a picture and then uploaded it, right? Aren't you curious?
Yeah, I am. So I'm gonna find out about it, but I don't know anything about that. I don't.
But still, if somebody will come to me and like, hey Art, I have all your driver license, I have everything, I was like, damn, where did they find everything? I know everything is online, that's why we did not go straight to the police. We like the benefit of the doubt, that's why we're here and try to meet with you. And we flew 5 hours from LA to Virginia to meet with you.
Very grateful that you agreed.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you for doing that, seriously.
I just wanted to get to
We're not here to
we're not after you, but
pin it on you or accuse you. We're literally just trying to make sense of it. And usually in this case, because we do this all the time, usually there's something to go on, and at least you being here is
Tom.
helpful.
It is, you know, say because all this what's going on.
What we do
there's
after
so many
stuff like
things
this
happening,
is we take all.
And obviously the biggest thing is the driver's license, because no one's driver's license is online, you know, unless they've taken a photo or whatever. But when they've had to sign up to, again, it was a fake website, remember, and someone uploaded her driver's license. It's like, how have you got that? Well, like he's saying, and she's just like, oh, she's trying to downplay it, and I think that's the wrong way to do it. It would just be best if she did just come out and be like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I think that's what would be best.
All the information we reported to law enforcement to hopefully they can track down the ringleader at the top.
Yeah.
So
that's all we're actually after, just so you know. Sure. So like, here's what happens. There's a lot of pawns, like people that get involved either knowingly or not knowingly, right? And what happens is these scammers take advantage of people.
Very much so.
Maybe like you, maybe not, I don't know, right? I don't want you to think I'm like accusing you, but like this is weird, right? Yeah. Would you agree? Like, it's a little weird.
It is
okay.
Weird.
All we want is the guy at the top that's gotten the money, because like what always happens.
Like I told you, if I had that kind of money in my account.
Well, I don't think you have the money. Like that's the thing.
I don't think I'll be in this country. I don't think I'll be driving that car.
There's a lot of people in the country doing bad things, and they're here anyway.
Yeah.
No, you don't get it. I don't think I'll be having that car. Car. I don't think I'll be here because I wouldn't be foolish enough. I'm sorry for using that word.
What type of phone do you have?
I have an iPhone.
Would you want to search in your phone? You could just type in the word license, and it will pull up any pictures to see if it matches this.
Oh.
I think you said August.
Yeah. It would have been August 19th was the day.
You said you were in Ghana at that time?
Mm-hmm.
19th, 20th, and 21st?
Yeah, I was in Ghana.
This person logged in 3 different times.
I was in Ghana.
They logged in from Ghana.
That you were in Ghana in those days? Like any pictures from anything just to back up your story?
You know what would be funny now? Is if they go off to you, like, oh, do you have any pictures showing that you were in Ghana? And she comes up and goes, oh, yeah, my driver's license says I was in Ghana that day. How funny would that be?
The dates? That's August 8th.
Mm-hmm. Does it say location that is Ghana?
It is Ghana.
Oh!
And I came back the ending of August.
Well, I mean, it's a website, so it doesn't really matter like where in the world you are.
Right. We will continue to investigate, and we're just going to be in touch. And Brian and David will be your contact of interest. We'll keep you posted with everything.
It's not an accusation. I'm just saying on the off chance that you're being strictly told not to say anything right now. Just know that we work directly with federal authorities who investigate these scams every day. Okay. They'll get to the truth eventually, but getting the truth from people like you will help us get there faster.
So are we done here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else, please.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be in touch.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Right.
Just please let us know, okay?
Yeah.
Just seeing it, it's like, oh yeah, I was in Ghana.
Sharon
Look, driver's
denied
license.
Everything.
She is, though.
She never uploaded her ID and had no idea what was going on. But what do you think made her agree to meet up with the team? And what are the odds of the voice of Elaine sounding similar to Sharon, the person in the ID that was uploaded to the bank site to accept the transfer? Let's recap a few things. When we went to Sharon's house, someone behind the door claimed we were at the wrong house, yet Sharon wasn't home.
Yeah.
Sharon is not home.
And I mean, really, who doesn't like flowers? Our friend G9 in the UK was on a hunt to figure out where Derek was. He was looking everywhere for this man and went to the address on the ID that he had submitted to our bank site.
Standard block of flats. Yeah, standard block of flats here in the UK.
Hello? Derek? Hello? Yeah, is Derek there? No. Sorry? No. Oh, he stays at this address? I
I wanted to talk with Mr. Derek, please. Okay, where is he then? Okay, and who is this? His family then? Do you mind opening up, please?
Oh.
So I wanted to speak with Mr. Derek. My name is Agent G9, fraud investigator.
Oh.
I can't hear you, sorry. So where does he live? You don't know? Okay, well, all I wanted to do was talk with him because, okay, so he's a person of interest right now in the criminal investigation. And if he doesn't want to talk to me, then sadly the police are gonna go to him. That's the next step.
A few moments later, another man shows up outside of the apartment behind G9.
No
getting
way.
ready to go inside.
Is Derek live here? Who? Derek. Okay.
No, not even.
Do you know where he lives?
No, I actually don't, you know.
Okay, because...
But before G9 could ask him any questions, he locked the door and ran off.
What?
I just wanted to talk to him.
No, this is in his house.
Okay, do you know where he lives in?
No.
Oh. So the person behind the door, whoever they were talking to, they rang that boy. Come here, you need to lock the door. And obviously, because he locked it behind, he came up, locked it, and ran away. It's like, come on. The cops are going to get involved. They'll just ram the door down. This is a proper full-on one, this is.
Just started running.
He's gone. Where is he?
That was an extremely odd interaction.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, G9 wasn't having a lot of luck. It felt like things in Virginia came to a dead end. So the team packed up and hopped on a flight to California.
To go back
After
home.
a few days, David had a great idea. We were pretty sure that Sharon was the voice behind Elaine, but just to be certain, David decided to bring in a professional.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Owen of Owen Forensic Services. I am a certified audio and video forensic analyst. I've been in the business for 29 years.
Holy shit!
My scope of work usually involves all recorded media, including audio and video analysis.
Jennifer took the audio recordings that we had from David's call that he had with Elaine and the conversations that the team had when we confronted Sharon in person to see if the voices matched up. She had all of the results and facts to back up whether or not these two voices were the same person.
We were very lucky that this female speaker has a very distinct pitch. It's how she speaks. She's got an accent. She has a dialect. She has a very, very specific way of speaking and a cadence and a mannerism and slow and her amplitude is very low. You know, she's a more of a quiet speaker, and all of this is prevalent across the 3 different recordings. So that's why it was okay. It's a go. Let's see what we can do with this, and we can make some demonstratives. And when I say let's make demonstratives, that's usually what I give to people to present to take the extra step. Well, can we get this warrant? Well, can we get this motion to compel? Well, can we get this subpoena? You know, so taking those recordings, I went through all 3 of them, cleaned them up as I could, like I said, because it wouldn't affect anything. It wasn't going through biometric software. And then after I did that, I went through and I just isolated the speech and dialogue from the female in each recording. After critically listening to each one of them, what are similar phrases? Where's the cadence of speech? And then I go through the cues and go, oh, is the pitch the same in all 3 recordings? Yes. Well, what about the accent? Yes. What about the cadence? Yes. What about the mannerisms? Yes. And then I go through and kind of like...
I'm going to pause it by there a minute. Because can you remember, obviously this is before the trial of Johnny Depp and stuff, when we had the forensic person go through all the stuff for us, the guy who lived in London. Remember? So, she is similar to what he does. Holy hell. I still got them on my emails as well somewhere. Absolutely crazy.
dot my I's and cross my T's on all the oral cues. Are all these oral cues present in all 3 recordings? And yes, they were.
Oh.
Regardless of where they were recorded, how they were recorded, what they were recorded on, the woman's rate of speech and her mannerisms and her cadence, none of that changed. So this is a spectrogram view, okay? And in the simplest layman's terms, this is her speech and what it looks like. What you want to do is you want to find similar words or phrases and put them together.
I don't think.
Okay, that's from 2 different recordings.
That sounds like this exact same person.
That's because it is.
I don't think.
Okay, and I circled these, but this right here is what her speech looks like. That's called a voice format. Okay. And it's in both from 2 different recordings. And what's even better for you guys is that you recorded this 3 different ways, and I'm taking from 3 different recordings and 3 different ways and putting it together, and still look at the similarity.
I don't think.
All right, now it's even better. This is all 3. This is the only phrase that I could find that all 3.
I know.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And you have to remember, this is a big deal because, like I.
You know what? The people who do this, the ones who go through all the analytics, literally, we're going through the forensic right down to the sound wave or what their voices look like. You know what? Sometimes they must have such fun doing these jobs. Because, let's say, if you look at the ones there, we got, like, say, the different lines, but they're different ones, but they're exactly the same. With the speech lines, it's so cool to see this kind of stuff in action.
I said we had 3 different types of recordings, 3 different instruments of recording, 3 different, noise floors, and oh my gosh, look what we got.
I know.
Wow.
Then we're gonna go here.
That's incredible.
You know what I'm trying to say.
What?
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's,
back.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Bingo.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Even the Juno what I'm trying. Wow.
Everything she says, honestly, I don't think these are the, the things that certain people say.
That's why I gave you my signature.
But she had every single dialect. She had an accent, the way she puts words together.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't think, that kind of thing. But then at the end of all of that, you put together something like this would be the demonstrative. This is the aha moment when you throw it up on screen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say.
That's crazy.
That is amazing. That is.
God, it's like in the Jinx when he asks him, "Can you tell me which one you didn't write?" And he's like, "No, they look too similar." That's insane. Wow.
I do have one question. So, say this goes to court. Like, how sticky is this audio if it goes to court? Like the cases that you've seen.
It's a supplemental, but if you could sneak the demonstratives in there, I mean, a layperson, like I said, just from her hitting all of those oral cues in 3 different situations, in 3 different types of recording, and not the best audio, and then you have her sitting in front of,
Astrid,
whomever, it doesn't take
the
much.
way it is now,
But
the way
in
she's
terms
gone
of
through it.
meeting standards, criteria, and evaluation, this would be considered a supplemental.
Have you seen in cases where it's enough for like law enforcement to get a subpoena and then move forward on it? Yeah.
Honestly, it depends on the judge. It really depends on how open they are to technology, or, because it really depends on how they're willing to go. Sometimes it's enough and it's a crapshoot. Sometimes it's enough and sometimes it's not. And that kind of lays in the hands of a very skillful attorney and the judge that you land in front of. So that's something that you can bring to the table if you may not have clean recordings or something. We can do enough to say this. We need to take another look at this.
What they can do.
This is an investigative tool. We need to dig a little deeper into this. We have something here.
I think they can with this because
it may not be the gun in the hand or the
the smoking gun,
so to speak, but we have something here. and we would be negligent if we didn't move forward with this and dig a little deeper.
Yes.
Not bad for some Scooby-Doo investigators, huh?
Scooby-Doo.
Somebody called it Scooby-Doo investigators.
It gets so much worse from the police, you have no idea. So
I think it's amazing that we were able to receive the results that you shared with us.
yeah, no, it was amazing and surprising on my end as well. It's something that, you know, when I say I make demonstrators for people, that this is what I was like, oh, please, my goodness, like this has to move forward. This is, you know, as I'm checking off the box of each oral cue and each recording, I'm sitting here going, God, this is more than an investigative tool. You can't say that, but you know, this is definitive. Do I feel comfortable saying that this is the same woman speaking on all 3 recordings? Yes, I do.
With all of the evidence that we had, we wanted to give Sharon one more shot to come clean. A few days later, we set up a call with her. Initially,
yeah, chat has kind of gone a bit slow. The thing is, though, they could be doing other things, Astrid.
And show her the audio analyst's findings.
Hey, David. Sharon just messaged me and she said, hi, Brienne, can you please call me? I do not feel comfortable talking from any link.
Why is she so paranoid?
Ooh.
Now she's calling me.
Hey, Sharon, this is David. How are you?
Hi, Mr. David. I'm fine.
Oh.
Mr.
I appreciate you calling
David.
me Mr. David. That's nice and polite of you.
Uh-huh.
There are a lot of things that don't make sense here. I want you to know that basically we've taken audio from our conversations and we gave it to a forensic specialist. I had talked to the scammer. One thing that I thought was interesting is that I felt like your voice and
this
the
one
scammer's
matches.
voice that I had spoke to were very similar, if not exactly the same.
Because we're African, so obviously we'll have an accent, but like I don't know.
No. Not like that, darling.
It's not like we went down this path, right? Like for no reason. There are things that were extremely suspicious. The
Patty,
fact that
good morning.
Your driver's license was uploaded with your phone number.
You didn't tell me there was a phone number. You told me
Ooh, sarcasm. You gotta let us know what you're cooking up.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me there was a phone number.
Well, how else would we get your number?
I don't know.
Boom.
So the other thing, Sharon, I want to go back to the audio because you had talked about that, and that was a good point you made. If you're from a country that you know, people probably sound similar. And so we wanted to be certain, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that, you know, we were, you know, going down the right path. We're on the fence about showing your face because I don't want to show an innocent person's face. I'm just being candid, it's not good for you. Like when I had spoken to the other person and then spoken to you, the audio was so similar, so similar. So we gave it to an expert, and so this expert,
forensic
what they do is they
expert,
look at like voice wavelengths, and then they compare audio, and they do forensic investigations for courts. And so this is the person that we hired.
That's the one. See,
and this person came back with like 100% certainty that it's the same person.
How is that's so funny? How is it the same person? I swear to God, I don't know anything about this whole thing. I haven't spoken to anybody. And like I told you, I was in Ghana by then, so
that's where the websites
why are you getting all these
were.
phone calls. Like, if you don't know anything, why would you even entertain us and get on a call?
Exactly.
Why would you meet with us?
That's
I'd like to know what's going on. Why will I run away too? And if I should run away, you're gonna say I'm suspicious too, right? I have every right to block this number, but I did not because I would like to know what's going on.
We have the IP address that uploaded the driver's license. We have the driver's license. There's a metadata that's attached to the image, and then there's your phone number. So that's what we have.
Honestly,
Alanator, how's it going?
We talked about this last time, but I work with law enforcement all over the world. I want to go after these people that steal money.
Look, the reason why we reached out to you today is to give you one last shot to give us a name or someone else involved in this, because honestly, Sharon, it's not looking good for you, and you're the one who's going to go down.
How?
Because of all the evidence that we have.
Like I said, we're Africans, right?
I mean, we can go back and forth, back and forth, right?
Yeah.
If you have anything that you remember between now and then, you know how to get a hold of us. And we're just going to publish the facts. That's what we're going to do. We have all the research that we've done over the last handful of months, and then we're handing things over to law enforcement, and it's really up to them how they're going to handle things.
We really, truly want to help you. We want to clear your name in this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sharon.
She sounds defeated now as well.
All right. Bye.
I hope between now and Wednesday she gives us a call with some information, because there's a bad person behind this that is connected with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, we'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Sarcasm sounds amazing. So, gonna block that down in a minute. Is anything else? Nope, literally, we don't. And there's no follow-up or nothing, is there? Nope, no follow-up. Check out Mark's episode here. Oh. Kinky. Oh, members only. Members first. Can we go to that one then? Is this a different one? Oh, that was both sides of the story. But yeah, no, so what I was going to say here, with that one there, it's, at the end of it, the way that she's talking, it's more than likely a member of her family or whatever, and they're the ones who are doing it, which is sad, because she's there now, and she's trying to be all, like, this is what we got, and this is what we're going to look into, and like, oh, she's probably thinking, oh, no one's, but how have they got my driver's license? That's the main thing. And she was being very cagey as well, which is sad to see. But at the end of the day, though, for all we know, like we said, more than likely she is being used. But when we were saying about lawyers and all that kind of stuff, and how she was going on about there, I wanted to show people this, which you've probably seen it if you're on Twitter, obviously. This. Adam Waldman. His house was bugged. Now, I know a few of you have seen this, probably. But yeah, why does getting doxxed and then having the New Yorker twist its around matter? My home was burglarized and bugged. The bug was built into a piece of furniture 6 inches away from my pillow. So, that was the, obviously what was going on, and the table and chairs and everything else around by him, by his bed, they planted a bugging device. Absolutely insane. But again, no one got done for this, did they? Nothing came of it. Literally. It's insane that they thought they could get away with bugging Adam Waldman's home. And obviously, he was smart enough to look for things. And, definitely sarcasm. But yeah, it is Campio and Dr. Truthseeker, complete madness. Just how deep does this hoax run? Deep. And it's fucking insane how this is literally what they did. And remember, because at this moment in time, he's going through the book that came out. The Hollywood Vampires book or whatever. And he's going through it. And so is Jax. She's gone through it. And they're all like, yeah, no, this is going on completely wrong. There's a lot of stuff in here that never actually happened. Like these legal eagles giving a masterclass and hiding evidence. You know what? Who would be interested in a stream if we read the book on stream? Yeah? Who would be interested in that? We could do a stream on reading the book. Because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about this at the moment. And a lot of them, like, they talk about Boozy in it, they talk about a lot of other things. Like, you got the New York Times, Rachel Abrams. She, investigate the bot army. In reality, she hounded online journalists, assembled a handful of national security writers of the New York Times to investigate me, and refused to transparently ask me for her interview questions on Twitter. Yep. Yeah, you know what? I think it would be an interesting read, wouldn't it? So, yeah, you know what? We'll have a look for doing that one or two things next week. Kel, so it's this book here. Hollywood Vampires, Johnny Depp, AH, and the Celebrity Exploitation Machine. And a lot of it, you know, like says, you know, what Adam's saying by here, there is a fascinating Hollywood story underneath the story you think you know, and this ain't it. Books sourced by buck and clout chasers serve the chasers, not the truth. Exactly. There's so much stuff going on about all of this. And yeah, you got about here about J.K. Rowling. Yeah, suck it, J.K. And it's absolutely nuts. There's so many things going on in this book. You know, like what Amber's sister, Whitney, did. Eat crow, Adam Wallman, eat a bag of dicks. She chimed in without missing a beat. Go take a long walk of a very short bridge, you effing cunt. Amber made call after call, pausing in between her talks with her friends who'd gathered to support her. She was still in shock. And this was a Judge White was persuaded in October he ruled that Adam had shared confidential information, which never. There's so many things going on about it. I think that would be a actually good thing to do. Yeah, we can do story time. Yeah, do story time. That'd be good. Story time with CGS or CGS at night. Ooh, CGS after dark. That could be a good one. So Tony, they've used his band's name because that's how they know that people are going to see it and grasp onto it. It's all about the marketing. But yeah, you know, like, oh, Kaplan, you know, oh, I absolutely hate her. I'm not a fan of Roberta Kaplan. She brought in an internet expert and tech entrepreneur, Christopher Boozy, to try and help Amber prove that Johnny and Adam were behind the online harassment, even though it never was. You know? It's absolutely insane to, that you see all of this, and it's... Like with Boozy, you know, like we had so many things with Boozy, didn't we? You know, it's bloody hell. He had Tug, he had me, he had Les, Stevie to a certain degree, Andy Signor, Pluto, and he was like, oh, these are all fake people. And I was just there thinking, because when we saw that, you know, it was me, Stevie, Les, Linda, Soup's on with us, and we had Pluto on with us. And we're all just looking at it and we're thinking, don't they see us? And Boozy's like, oh yes, they're all fake. Even though we show our face. You know, absolutely insane. But you know what though, we see a lot of stuff going on, and sometimes stuff that's going on right in front of our faces is when we tend to actually miss it. But, yeah, it's... The way everything has been going on, it's just like, come on, there's no need for any of this. You know? Absolutely insane. Let's say we're going to move on a little bit now to someone here. Boozy, he hired Scammer. Yeah, the way Boozy...
This TikToker got arrested for...
Boozy went on to a lot of things, and... Well, see, Tony, it's... Anyone can use that name. I don't think it's trademarked. I think that's what it is. So, the name Hollywood Vampires is trademarked, but it's registered to other things as well. There's a drinking club, which is called Hollywood Vampires. What else is there? Yeah, so there's a club, there's the band, there's a couple of books beforehand. There's a couple of B-movies, by the looks of things. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that the name is. So they probably just saw it and being like, oh yeah, I'll just use that. Yeah, Son of Dracula. Yeah, so they got one there. And it was Son of Dracula. The Son of Lee Marvin. Okay, that's interesting. History of Hollywood. Yeah, so it's obviously Hollywood. So, but they probably won't get done with it. So... Oh, itchy nose. Yeah, I haven't really caught up with Tug for a long time. Because he hasn't really been putting out videos or anything. He's been doing a lot of live streams. But I know he is going through a lot of stuff in his personal life. So that's going on for him. But yeah, I haven't seen because obviously his live streams when he does do them, it's like 2 or 3 a.m. for us. So I'm like, oh, that's a little bit too late for me, because I'm normally trying to be tucked up in bed. But yeah, like I say, with the last video that he put out, a proper video, was 2 months ago. But then he was only doing 1 video a month. Considering when you look at it, when he did like last year, in the last couple of years, he was getting 3 to 4 videos a day. But yeah, he's doing a lot of lives, which is cool, which is good. Again, we're doing lives now because lives are a little bit more fun, But yeah, so we got one by you now. A TikToker has been arrested for breaking into a home. And this guy said it was all just a prank. Kind of like what we've been talking about recently with a lot of these other ones we're seeing, the TikTokers. Oh, it's just a prank, bro.
This TikToker got arrested for secretly filming inside people's homes and dumping food all over local businesses. And now he's asking his followers to crowdfund his legal defense.
The 21-year-old from Quorum, known as Tommy Tough Knuckles on TikTok,
oh my God, what a name!
8 separate criminal counts today for viral videos like this one.
I'm Tommy Tough Knuckles, and I'm the reason why these egg prices are so high!
So this dude's been disturbing local businesses and innocent people for months now.
It's not even funny.
Of going viral for social media. And just like every other wannabe prankster we've covered here on this channel, Kyle follows this same predictable pattern, which is doing increasingly obnoxious things to random people, potentially ruining someone else's day until one of them gets tired of it and decides to call the cops, eventually getting arrested, because that was the case here today. So meet Kyle Vasquez, a 21-year-old Long Island TikToker who's also known as Tommy Tough Knuckles, who
Tommy Tough Knuckles, I love that.
Nuisance is, I guess, his new calling in life. He was arrested earlier this month at a friend's house and is facing 8 charges ranging from unlawful surveillance to criminal trespassing.
Unlawful surveillance!
Anything in the pursuit of viral content, I guess, though. However, after he was caught, instead of laying low and just perhaps, I don't know, reflecting on his life, he decided to launch a GoFundMe campaign to ask for donations from his fans to cover his legal fees.
Well, Kel, it's not Johnny's name, so...
And remember,
and it's not his band.
Been there, done that here on
it was Alice Cooper who set up Hollywood Vampires.
For a creator,
so it's technically a super band, isn't it?
Unjustly or hit with an unjust
like how
lawsuit.
Audio Slave was and stuff.
He just wants to continue to harass people, and he wants his audience to just continue to enable that. Essentially, he just wants to be bailed out here without getting any consequences. And honestly, this is just the beginning of how stupid this whole story gets. So Kyle has managed to build up quite the decent following across the social media platforms. His TikTok account, Tommy Tough Knuckles, has over 130,000 followers. His Instagram has over 90,000 followers. And I guess his content strategy, if you can even call it that, is nothing really new. It's just being as annoying as possible to unsuspecting workers and business owners and everyone else around. He's just harassing them for content. And this has clearly gained him a decent amount of attention, as his TikTok account has over 5 million likes. So clearly, this is entertaining people. But it's also very unfortunate that making the life of workers who just want to get through their day harder has become, I guess, a viable content strategy. That's pretty depressing.
Put the iPhone in my ass! Put it in! You heard him! Put the iPhone in my ass! Put the iPhone in my...
That's not funny.
You didn't stutter! Put it in my...
No, he's trolling.
Please!
Yeah, for all the parents out there, please make sure to give enough attention to your kids so they aren't this desperate for it when they grow up.
Oh, just go bat and beat him.
Pretty sad. But Kyle's success was always built on the foundation of making other people's lives worse for his own and audience's entertainment. And we've seen this time and time again here on this channel, because at a certain point, that behavior starts to catch up with you. Because His arrest stems from multiple incidents that occurred between late April and May of this year, 2025. The charges he's facing include 3 counts of first-degree dissemination of unlawful surveillance image, 3 counts of second-degree unlawful surveillance, and 2 counts of criminal tampering. And the thing is, Kyle documented all of this himself and posted it online, which once again proves that when you film yourself committing potential crime.
I don't understand these people who do this. A lot of them will go out of their own way. They will record themselves doing something illegal and be like, huh, guess what? I'm going to post this online. Yeah, look what I did. And it's like, nah, mate, you are a complete and utter turnip. Literally, I don't understand them. How do they think this is like, literally, it's like, oh yeah, I'm committing a criminal act, but it's okay though, because I'm on TikTok. No. Like we said yesterday, TikTok and people who are the ones who do all this shite on there, they are nothing but a bunch of sheep and they think it's okay, which is not. It's mad. It really is.
Crimes and upload them on social media, you're basically doing the prosecutor's job for them.
Yeah.
And it's just like
you're giving them evidence.
The other people we talk about here on this channel, he is his own star witness against himself. It's as if these people never learn from the countless other examples that we've covered and many other people have covered on the internet. Because now it's pretty regular that influencers' own content is being used against them in court. So let's start with the criminal tampering. So here you have him dumping food all over himself in public places.
Tommy Tough Knuckles, we're out! It's over, baby! It's over! 15K in the books, and that's the bottom line! Cause Stone Cold said so! Give me a hell! Yeah!
Look at her behind him. She's like, what is he doing? Oh, see? Look at that.
Can we please stop making...
What? She could see. She was like, what is he doing? And all of a sudden, all the milk's raining down on you. Nah, sorry. I'm grabbing that bottle and I'm just throwing it at your face. I don't understand why these people think that this is funny. But again, no. The people who are his audience are probably little kids or moronic people who think that is funny. You know? Oh, look, he did some criminal damage. It's like, did anyone see that TikTok where she ran up a Lamborghini to dance on top of a car and she smashed the window? And then she started crying when the guy said, you're paying for it. Oh, I never meant to do it. Sorry, don't jump on someone's car.
Making a mess in public like this for views. It's just disgusting at this point.
It is.
Not even original at this point.
I absolutely hate him.
What, 6 weeks ago, we covered another guy who was just dumping milk on himself for content? Dude is 21 years old. His friends are most likely in college.
Yeah, 100% a wasteful of milk.
Standing in front of
that's like what, 1 or 2 gallons?
For social media content.
I did it again.
Feel great about himself.
100% a waste.
I never went to college or university, and
I gotta try that girl, find that girl.
And I felt absolutely awful about myself until my channel finally took off. But thankfully, I didn't have to harass strangers in public for content, nor dump copious amounts of food over myself in public and have someone else clean up for me. If that was my life,
hope they're not
be depressed. But on April 30th, Kyle posted a video where he stands outside what appears to be some ice cream shop where he screams, he's the reason why egg prices are so high, and then he just dumps a whole bucket of eggs all over himself, leaving a massive mess for someone to clean up.
I'm Tough Knuckles, and I'm the reason why these egg prices are so high!
Why?
Wow, dude. Congratulations.
Why?
Obviously, he's not cleaning up for that. And this is just a massive pain in the ass to clean up as well. And I would know because, as I've mentioned before, I used to be a janitor and superintendent before I did this YouTube channel. Thankfully, I've never had to clean something that bad in front of a building I worked at, as I was doing this job about a decade ago where clout chasing wasn't fully a disease like it is right now. But I can definitely tell you, these jobs are long hours and low pay, filled with having to clean stuff you absolutely do not want to touch. So I'm sure this absolutely ruined the night of whoever had to clean this. Then on top of that, having a mess like that,
yeah, I feel sorry for who's got to do all of this.
People from going into the business, because if a random customer sees that, most likely they're gonna pick a different store than have to try to like awkwardly step over that. And even though we posted this video on April 30th, the news is reporting that it happened the night before on April 29th. But Kyle was not done with his food dumping based content yet, because the same night that he posted that video on April 30th, he went to Winghua, a Chinese restaurant also in Centery, Reach to essentially do the same thing he did the previous night.
Why,
This time, he filmed himself standing shirtless and dumping a whole bucket of black beans over his head, body, and all over the restaurant floor.
I'm Tommy Tough Knuckles. I just hit 25K. Beach challenge. Oh my God. Get me to 50K. We'll do more.
Yeah, that
and he
is just
leaves and he
depressing.
runs.
How would someone feel like they have to do that just to get a little bit of attention online? I feel like this needs to be studied. This is just a whole new level of social media brain rot. But that was uploaded on his TikTok account on May 1st. And according to security camera footage that shows us a different angle, the brilliance occurred around 9:35 p.m.
The restaurant releasing this surveillance video to show what they were subjected to, all for likes on social media.
However, the food dumping stunts were just the beginning, as between May 19th and May 24th, Kyle allegedly entered
this child, because that's exactly what he is, because he's doing something like this, all for, obviously all for views and like he was saying, clicks, clout, or whatever. He's the type of person who literally needs to have his pants pulled down and slapped across the ass with a belt. It's all of this slop that these people are putting out. And again, it's going back to what we were saying yesterday regarding TikTok and how you see films now, like every half a second, there's a cut because their brains just can't focus. And seeing this, it's just like, this is even worse, you know? It's like, come on. You're literally just going in, dumping food, and it's like, well, is that what? Like, oh, you got 50, what was it, 25,000 subscribers. Yeah, gonna dump this food. What does he do in between from getting from 25 to 50,000? You know, it's... I really don't understand.
3 homes, 2 in Center Reach and 1 in Sheldon, just to record a video. His method was, I guess, asking to use the bathroom, and once inside, he secretly filmed the interior of the residence without their knowledge or consent. What an asshole. Dude's just completely taking advantage of people's kind hearts. But congratulations to him, because as an outcome, he got 6 additional charges. 3 accounts were first-degree dissemination of unlawful surveillance images, and 3 other accounts were second-degree unlawful surveillance. The videos were quickly deleted from his account after his arrest.
I wonder
and the only
why.
thing he can really manage to recover was a Google search screenshot with text-to-speech description of the beginning of one of his videos, along with these excerpts collected by NBC New York, which were used in a TV report about him.
I wonder if I could just maybe use the bathroom quick. I just need to use the bathroom. I got kicked out, yeah. I have like a bunch of felonies and stuff, so.
In this video, he jokes about having a criminal record.
But beyond the food dumping and disturbing home videos, Kyle has posted dozens of other pranks that follow the same annoying pattern. He has a frequent bit where he approaches store employees as well as bystanders in shopping malls and tells them that, hey, my friend is stuck in the bathroom. Stuck. And he needs help. Then the friend, I guess, confronts them for, you know, breaking into the stall.
What's up, man? My friend had a little emergency in the bathroom. He's stuck in the stall. Here? Yeah, I think he's in the last one. I don't know. I couldn't get under to unlatch it. He said the lock is stuck. You good?
What the?
Sorry. I know this is all weird, sorry.
What the are you doing? Who the are you?
I work here. My name's Joel.
How is that funny?
I have no idea who that guy is.
Sorry, I know this is so weird.
What the going
How
on?
is that funny?
Again, this is just employee harassment for content. The bar has been set so low by these kind of people. But in another bit, he's with a friend while they pretend to buy a massive amount of pre-cooked pizzas from what appears to be a convenience store.
Yeah, we're having a pizza party.
We're having a cheese pizza party. Pizza party at Tommy Tough.
How is that funny?
You wanna come?
And when they're about to pay for these, they're then extremely awkward to the store employees for
Run out.
content. And then when that's time to finally pay for this, they both reveal they don't have any money with them and leave.
Oh, what a dickhead.
20.
I have nothing.
That's not funny.
Knuckles. Out. We're out. You gotta talk about that? No.
Honestly, I mean, these dudes are just humiliating themselves.
Literally, with this here, I'd just get a bat out and just beat them with it, because they're literally And you know what? If they get, they're not going to get sent to prison. Well, he may do, you never know. But he literally needs to be, community service. You have to clean, like 100 dirty toilets. That's what I think you need to do. Oh, sarcasm. Yeah, the way this dude is, it's like Johnny Somali, Vitaly, and all these people, they all think it's great. It's like, come on. The way that it goes along, it's like, come on. These people, they need to be held accountable now for everything they're doing. And it's not entertainment. It's not content. It's nothing. You're literally filming yourself going into somewhere, being a dickhead, and going, oh, I got no money. Joke's on you. And you walk out, and then they're like, well, not really. We just got to put these back. It's
more than the people they're trying to humiliate.
It's almost like they're showing the world, like, oh, look at me, I'm a broke bitch.
And they're now facing legal problems to the point where they have to ask their viewers to essentially help them to continue to harass more people. It's hard to name a more embarrassing lifestyle. And there's just so many more examples of this exact same bit.
Yeah, you want help picking that up? You can get out now.
There we go. Get out.
No, I want you to get up and get out of my store.
There we go.
Now, we've seen the pattern play out over and over
they
again.
They think it's funny. Look, I got kicked out now.
What starts with relatively mild content often escalates into increasingly outrageous behavior, as the algorithm sometimes rewards those videos. And I guess
sadly, that is true.
Attention economy, that's all that really matters for people like Kyle. So I guess they just keep pushing boundaries until they go way over the line, and suddenly they're in legal trouble. Even though he's proudly using his mugshot as his TikTok and Instagram profile picture, Kyle pleaded not guilty to those charges and was released without bail. So far, he's been scheduled to appear in court again on June 30th, and from what we know, we'll find out exactly if he'll actually be facing any kind of punishment for his months on months of content creation. Meanwhile, police are asking anyone who believes Kyle targeted them to contact Suffolk County's Police 6 Squad, and that could easily mean that they suspect there might be even more victims out there.
We've been live for just under 2 hours.
At least he got his viral moments, right? Like, totally worth potentially going to jail for a viral video. I don't know, whatever floats his boat, but other than that, hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like on this video if you enjoy.
Yeah, it's seeing someone like him and the way he was going there, I really, really hate him. I don't like, the way they're going, the way they are literally going on and being like, oh, look at this, look what we can do, we're making fun of someone. It's like, mate. Again, I think that's kind of difference between here in the UK as well as over in America. Because over here, you will probably just get some of the staff members or even members of the public just grabbing them or trying to trip them. Is that sort of thing. Yeah, so yes, Sally's all good to say. We've been, obviously been live now. It's our third Friday we've been live and our second full week, which I'm really, really happy about, to be honest with you. Like I said earlier, I've loved being live every single day, for the last 2 and a bit weeks. It's just been so much fun. And like I said, a lot of stuff was going on, but I'm just glad we're here. But yeah, like I say, I think we got one more video, which was it the funny one? Oh, yes. So, I'm going to save one of these for Monday, which is a nurse ignoring advice from a real person. We'll say, oh no, Wednesday. That's next one. Yeah, but no, yeah, Monday or Tuesday. Oh my God. Right, so, I saw this one, and I was actually really shocked, okay? So
this woman was...
Oh, we're gonna pause you. Come on, there we go. So, this woman, she's woman caught in $1.7 billion romance scam. $1.7 billion. What?
Wants to know if the $1 billion she received from a man she was dating online is real.
These people are like freaking out. They don't want anybody to know about this wallet. They don't want anybody to know.
This is Jillian, and this is what she thought her internet boyfriend looked like.
He's not gonna look like that.
He was very attractive. He was a very nice person. The first message was about my eyes. Nobody had ever sent a message about my eyes. So of course I responded. He wanted to just conversate.
He confessed he wasn't this man in these images. And he revealed what he actually looked like.
And now at this point, he started FaceTiming me with his real face. He truly had feelings for me, wanted to make it better.
Jillian turned to us to verify if the money Evan has promised to pay her
1.7 billion.
Wallet, I think it's a lot of money.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
All right, team, so I got this new case. It's from a woman named Jillian. I'll read a little bit of her email. Hi, I've been watching your stuff for a while, but I'm currently watching Sheila's story. Much has happened over the last year, and I'm having a hard time sorting out all of it in my head. I don't want to put much in writing due to my current situation, but I do believe that I may have access to something you guys might want to help me with.
I ended up losing my job for borrowing money from a coworker, which I would never done. She borrowed money at work and lost her job over this.
Hi, Catfish. My name is Jillian.
A poor woman.
I'm 42. I work in human services. I have a teenage son and a 20-year-old daughter, and I enjoy spending time with them and being on bodies of water. So whether that be traveling or going to the lake for the weekends, going on the river, that's what I love to do. After working in administration for quite some time, I realized that I couldn't just sit behind a desk anymore. So for the last 11 years, I have been working with domestic
reverse
violence,
scammed it, yeah.
People that are dealing with homelessness and foster care group.
You know what? Straight away, seeing what she does for a living, you know, helping all these people, she is genuinely a nice person. Genuinely a lovely person by the looks of things. She helps everyone, you know. And then you get these assholes who will literally just try and scam everyone, you know? Literally taking her good heart and like, oh, we can exploit this. I fucking hate them.
Home, and then I helped people get stable housing, and then volunteered with child protection.
See?
Between being a single mother to her children, volunteering, and working a full-time job, it was tough meeting people in person. This is when she turned to online dating.
Started online dating just by being lonely. I saw the little Facebook thing and I was like, hey, let's check it out. That's when this person popped into my messages. The person I met was Evan Nicholson in the military on a mission in Syria. His wife had passed away
Oh no.
a couple years prior. He was a
I really hope her husband hasn't gone and this is what they've latched onto. If they've latched onto because of that, oh my god, that is going to be absolutely just disgusting. It really is.
very nice person. He's very attractive. The first message was about my eyes, and nobody had ever sent a message about my eyes, and it caught me off guard. So of course I responded. He wanted to just conversate about real life things. It wasn't just, hi, how are you? It was checking up on me, making sure that I was okay, asking about my kids. Had I eaten? And he shared so much. And as much as it kind of freaked me out that he was giving so much information, at the same time, it was comforting.
Jillian was so excited she met Evan. He was handsome and a gentleman. The two chatted every day for months about when they were going to meet up in person. But there was a problem.
It started with he needed to get the software to do the paperwork for his retirement. That's when he first asked for money. And as soon as he could do the paperwork for his retirement, then he could come back to the States. Syria was getting really bad. He really needed to get out of there. And I was thinking this was a good thing, but
there we
now
go.
you're asking for money. I don't know about this. And he's like, I swear I'll pay it back right away. Like, I don't have access to my accounts right now because
they all say that, don't they?
And all of a sudden, they were going on this secret mission, and the chances of them making it back alive were slim to none. He asked for 200, and I think I ended up sending like 50 the first time. And then he asked for more because they were going on this mission.
Oh my god. Just those two. Can I have more? And, you know, like I say, she straight away, she's like, well, no, you're asking for money now. Is this actually legit? Is this real? Then saying, oh, we are going on this mission and everybody's families are sending them money. So, you know, get in touch with your family. I'm sure you got a mum, dad, brother or sister or whatever somewhere else. And again, you know, yeah, the first part is already, oh, send me some $200. All I can send you is $50. Oh, that'll do.
And he said everybody's family's sending them money. So the mission was something for the Syrian government. So one day I woke up with videos of all these tanks getting ready to leave to go on this mission out on this desert. Like sending these videos of
Oliver Twist, yeah.
Coming out of the top of this.
Please, darling, can I have $200 more?
So the whole time I'm just sending these uplifting messages. I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking of you. While he's out on this mission, he sends me this message, and he had sent a picture who he said was his best friend.
Oh, fuck off.
In the mission,
you know?
Laying there on a gurney. And he just said something along the lines of, I'm just heartbroken, like my best friend got killed on this mission.
Straight away, yeah, those photos are not being sent. Straight away. Straight away.
It's been a really bad time and it's been really hard.
Cal, you are right, yeah.
This mission, supposedly, they found this gold and money that the Syrian government had been looking for. And because they helped them find it, the Syrian government was going to give them each a portion of it. And so he had already told them.
There we go.
I was his fiance and it was getting ready to be sent to me. And that's when
the Nigerian prince appeared.
He says, okay, well, we have to set up this courier service.
Yeah, it can't even spell the word courier.
And they're going to send this stuff to your house. He sends these letters and email to me saying that it's set up. And as soon as I send this money, then it can be sent.
You are required to pay the sum of $2,500 as cost of delivery to your destination. What? We shall deliver the package to you in your resident home address. Oh, why would she give her address? By one of our delivery agents as soon as we confirm the payment of $2,500. For registration? No, come on.
So I start the process and I start sending this money, and of course it's all Bitcoin. Like 60 hours a week already, and everything at this point that I'm making is going into this.
Oh my God.
Cash App. I'm doing Bitcoin machines. Receiving it because we're having to figure out how to get it into Bitcoin to send it. Like one day I went to one of the Bitcoin machines at a gas station by my house and I had this stack of cash.
Glitter Fox.
And
yeah.
These people are just staring at me and he's on the phone and he's telling me what to do. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like, do you understand? I have this huge stack of cash with me right now. Anybody could just snatch it. Like I would have nothing to protect myself. All he cared about was getting that money in that Bitcoin machine. And every time we would fight about this money and the fact that I didn't want to be doing this. This courier got to Dubai. And then of course it couldn't get past customs without them opening it. And it couldn't be opened because they didn't claim the money or the gold bars. So then of course it needed another $7,000.
Exactly, sarcasm, yeah.
To send this $7,000 more.
At this point, Jillian became suspicious. She had already sent $15,000 to Ev.
So the $15,000 didn't get you suspicious at all, Jillian. Again, though, she's working 60-hour weeks. She's helping everyone else. And more than likely, she probably feels lonely at the end of the day because she's doing all this to help other people. And now all of a sudden, someone's like, oh, hi there. And see, he's a good-looking dude. And she's going to be like...
Evan and his request for money just seemed to never come to an end. This is when she began to do some research on who exactly she was sending all of this money to.
Before that day, I had sent money to who he would call these people agents, and I wasn't able to actually find any of them except one. I had found her on Facebook.
Oh.
I didn't know how she was going to respond, and so I sent her a message, and I just said, hey, I'm pretty sure you know we've been sending money back and forth. I'm just curious why you think we're sending money back and forth. She said, well, I'm helping this person.
It turns out that the people that Evan claimed were agents helping him in the war were actually just money mules. As soon as this woman Cindy told Jillian she was helping someone out, she dug even further.
There we go.
And I started doing reverse
Finally!
on the pictures.
So she started doing reverse image lookups. Oh my god, why didn't you start doing this first? You know? I'm always sarcasm, exactly, yeah. Always surprised how gullible some people are, yeah. It's very, well, this is the thing. They always, obviously, they'll go in and they'll find people who are by themselves. That's what they'll do. And again, if there's been photos of people, you know, with their husband or their wives or whatever, and they're no longer here, they will more than likely post about that as well. And then they're like, all right, we got an in. And just seeing that all of these are all other money mules as well, it's nuts.
And I found a ton. This guy's everywhere.
There we go.
He is a huge bodybuilder person. He has a couple different businesses. He was in the military. So a lot of what he had said about this person was probably true because he found it online.
Once Jillian found out that this man in these images was not the man she was communicating with, she did some research and immediately knew everything that Evan told her was a scam. She confronted him about everything right away.
He came clean. And now at this point, he started FaceTiming me with his real face.
So on accident, he revealed himself?
No, he did this on purpose.
They were on a call together, snapped a face shot of him. Here's what Evan really looks like.
Fuck, that's a nice house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he admitted it to me, begged for my forgiveness. He had never had somebody tell him that they loved him before.
Give me my money back.
Truly had feelings for me. He wanted to make it better, and it was just pleading that entire phone call. He said, I'm not a bad looking guy.
Who cares?
You know, why can't we start over and figure something out? And so he would still call and talk to me and FaceTime me all the time. So I knew exactly what he looked like. I knew what his voice sounded like. He would
The guy's got balls, I'll say that.
His place. He would show me around his town. I mean, he seemed to start giving a lot more information. So he's in Nigeria. He's in Marina.
Nigerian prince again!
So he would have to get on a boat and go hours to
wow.
He had like no money. It didn't seem like his family was around except for the family that was hours away.
After getting caught red-handed, Evan wasn't this handsome guy with a six-pack. He was just a kid from Nigeria. He told Jillian he wanted to quit scamming and he had stashed all of the money he had scammed from other victims into a crypto wallet. He was willing to pay her back and give her this wallet.
Yeah, it's not $1 billion though, is it?
She initially reached out to us by email. Remember, she stated, I don't want to put too much in writing due to my current situation, but I do believe I may have access to something you might be able to help me with. This was really vague, but now it all makes sense.
He said he could help me try to get access to this wallet. He has a code that was needed for the wallet because the amount of money in this wallet...
It's going to be that fake one, isn't it?
Outrageous. He said he would...
It's gonna be the fake Bitcoin app again, isn't it? Where it's like, oh look, we've got $1.7 billion here, yeah. And with him saying I'm trying to get out of scamming or whatever, and then he's like, well, you know, I've actually got nearly $2 billion. He's not gonna be living where he's living. He's not going to be going around the town showing her this is where I'm from. He's going to be living in a mansion or something.
Give me the code if I paid him $500.
Oh my God.
They sent her this wallet, and they said, you are the only one with access to this wallet, and it has all this money.
If it's a
$1.7 billion, but I need you to send me $500 for rent. You know, sometimes these women, they're just too gullible. They really are. It really makes you think about some of the things that they do. And with this, she's called him out. But now she's just like, do I still send the money?
The real wallet, I think it's a lot of victims' money.
Oh yeah, still a scamming 100%.
Under $1 million. That was last
Under
year.
$1 million.
These people are like freaking out. They don't want anybody to know about this wallet. They don't want anybody to know.
Still talking to him,
They
yeah.
don't want anything to happen to this phone. Nothing. They want me to like sign this wallet over to them. They're like, if you're not going to do anything with it, just give it to us. I do have the code for the wallet. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that can actually see how much is in it because nobody can ever tell me how much is in it. I would love for you guys to help stop these guys. And if there's a way to figure out if this is the victim's money and we can figure out possibly how to get it back to them, that would make all of this worth it.
See, so straight away, she's not thinking about herself, which is why that you can tell she is such a lovely lady. We got all this money here. If it's real and these people have scammed others, let's give their money back to them. She is. That's her nature. She helps others. It's sad. It's sad.
All of it. All of it.
All right,
you could tell she wants it to be real as well.
This wallet. This account supposedly had over $1 billion in it. A few days later, Brienne sat down with Jillian to find out more information.
How did the wallet start out?
When I caught Evan, he sent the money back into that wallet, and it was my wallet. And of course, I didn't understand any of it.
Yeah.
Money started coming into it after we had finished that process. And I just kept saying, whose wallet is this? Whose money is this? And he kept saying, it's your money.
So she thinks she has a chance at getting her money back from the original
Yeah, it's not going to
Does the
happen.
guy trust her, like that she gave money to initially, or no?
I don't think she's speaking to him currently, but the scammer that revealed himself connected her to this financial advisor. That's who she's talking to. He's the one advising her to send the first scammer money so that he could release her funds.
Oh.
There's layers to this, correct, Drew?
Another one.
I just kept telling everybody, I don't even want all of that. Like, I just want my money back. I don't understand why all of this money is in this wallet. I just want my money back.
Give me the rundown on your connection with James as of today.
He was introduced to me by Evan as the financial savings person. He was going to help me figure out the whole wallet thing. Jonah finally realized there was a code that we could pay for to bypass the watch-only wallet, but you had to pay
I don't think
for
it is sarcasm. I think this wallet is the ones that they had the other day where we saw, where you can literally just put as much money in and be like, oh no, look, this is my wallet. Look, I can get you money, but I need to borrow money first. I think that's what this one is.
Got very close throughout this time, and you know, my life is just falling apart around me because I'm sending all this money.
At this point, Evan had completely stopped communicating with Jillian. But before he disappeared, he introduced her to Jonah. This guy. He claims to know exactly how to unlock this wallet so that Jillian can have all of the money inside of it.
The catcher is we had paid for everything to be able to get
Tony,
this wallet. We had gotten supposedly a crypto bank account because the amount was so big that we needed to get a special crypto bank account. He ended up with the login for the crypto account,
God.
And then he ended up in the hospital.
You gotta give me 10 grand. No,
But
sorry.
How much do you think you sent them to set all this up?
Oh no.
I think in total it's like $50K.
Jillian sent around $50,000 in total. She sent Evan $15,000 for his lies about being in the war, $15,000 to James Jonah for the code to the wallet, $12,000 because the amount in the wallet kept increasing, and another $10,000 to buy a special bank to store all of this crypto in.
She thinks that her money is tied up in this crypto wallet and that she has to send funds
No,
for
sorry.
these codes to retrieve access to.
You don't pay for things like that.
Basically, a get your money back scam.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy's ruthless.
If you're looking to contact us and you think you might be through to a social catfish, sat down with Jillian to break the news to her about the wallet that she thought had over $1 billion.
It's all fake.
We were about to give her the truth.
Jillian,
there's nothing in it.
Great to see you again. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Hey, Jillian.
Hi.
So, how do you feel about us meeting today?
A little nervous. Definitely a little nervous.
I know you've been holding on to this crypto wallet and you've been watching the amount of money grow within this wallet. How are you feeling watching that money grow?
So many different emotions go into that. Knowing that the wallet was introduced to me as a way to give me my money back.
I feel so sorry for her.
What are you hoping to find out today?
Best case scenario, I am hoping that this wallet is real.
Brienne and the search team, they've pulled a lot of stuff for you.
Sorry, I'm getting a little bit nervous.
I understand
it's
how
fake,
stressful
darling.
the situation is. Today we're gonna put it to rest. Hopefully we can wrap this up and you can walk away from this understanding what is truly going on.
All of the phone numbers ended up being VoIP phone numbers, which are online internet phone numbers.
Yeah.
There's no personal data attached to them. The unique thing about VoIP phone numbers, which is why we see them being used, is because people can mask who they are
exactly and where they're
this
from.
Phone number is coming from, because they don't have to put any personal data or their own contact information to the phone number.
Got it.
So we looked at the wallet that you'd sent over to us. What we were able to confirm is that this is one of the main Ethereum wallets, and it belongs to the Bybit exchange, and that there are over 5 million transactions in this wallet as of today. So this is a real legitimate wallet. However, after looking at these screenshots that you had sent over to us,
the money's fake.
The app that you were able to view this wallet on, I noticed that you have watch-only access to this address. And so this is a public address that you're viewing. And so even though you're able to view it, you do not have access to these funds. And what that tells me is this wallet is not Evan's wallet, it's not Jonah's wallet, it's just a wallet that they sent you to entice you to send more funds. They're telling you this is their wallet, but it's not their wallet.
Okay.
And even the money that you had been sending was not to that wallet. They were basically taking this huge exchange wallet where there's tons of money funneling in and out of it. They're dangling it over your head like a carrot. And they're telling you, your money's in here, your money's in here. Send money to me so you can get your money back.
It's just that part.
Jillian, they're still lying to you.
What Jillian was essentially seeing when she was opening this wallet was just transactions from a crypto exchange. The money she thought she had was other people moving money in and out of their bank accounts.
One of them, I think you already have somewhat of an awareness of is, Evan is the initial guy you had been speaking to that started all of this. And what we were able to confirm is Evan had stolen the images of the person by the name of Earl Nicholson II.
Yes.
And so that's something we discussed about prior. But with Evan, he did reveal himself to you.
That's mad, that part.
So Evan connected you with a person by the name of Jonah, goes by, correct? So we ran his image through our reverse image
and he's
search,
a fake
and we were
again.
able to confirm his identity, and he's actually a person by the name of Alfredo.
Wow.
So Jonah, this person you've been talking to, the financial advisor, he had stolen the images of this person by the name of Alfredo.
It's the same dude.
Okay.
So, you know what that means, right? Jonah doesn't exist.
Now she's clicked. Like, fuck.
And just so you know, with Alfredo, the real person in the image, he is an entrepreneur. We believe he lives in the New York City area. So this is somebody that's completely separate from Jonah.
With you already knowing that Evan has been stealing Earl's photos, and now you know from Brienne that this person,
someone else,
Alfred, is being used by Jonah. These are two completely different people, and these two people that have been telling you that they are these two guys, they're actually in Nigeria. Why would you think anything that they've told you is real?
Here come the tears.
Oh,
First of all,
bless
they're
her.
very manipulative. They just kept catching me at off moments. And even though I would say, I'm not doing this, I don't agree with this, like,
still
this
did
seems
it.
so wrong, something big was always happening in that moment. Always. In that time, I was working like 60-hour weeks and raising two teenagers. Like, I didn't even have time to breathe, let alone think. And then 2 weeks later, you know, this person's saying they're going on this crazy mission where they are probably not going to come back alive. They're in Syria, they're in the military.
So here's how this scam worked. I'm going to break it down into two different phases. Let's start with phase one, the typical romance scam. Julian was approached by this fake profile going by the name of Evan that was using this innocent man's image. Evan got Julian to care for him by chatting with her every day. He claimed he was being deployed on a top secret mission, and then says,
you know what, Tony, you are right, yeah.
Jillian sent
We've done so many of
$15,000
these
to Evan for food, bills, and many other lies he fed her.
Oh.
Jillian then
I feel
figures
sorry for
out
it,
she's in a romance scam and confronts Evan about everything. Phase two is something we see a lot when romance scammers' lies come to the light. Evan opens up about how he used the man's photos to scam Jillian and eventually reveals his face, which Jillian was able to provide this screenshot of what Evan actually looks like. He then tells her he's from Nigeria and begs for forgiveness, and even says he'll pay her all of her money back. This is when the wallet comes into play.
Yeah.
Another fake profile going by the name of Jonah reaches out to Jillian and tells her that he can get into the wallet
I need 15 grand
that
though.
Evan sent her. But he also needed money for various things. Jillian sent $15,000 for a code to unlock the wallet.
15 grand,
$10,000 because the amount in the wallet kept growing. $9,000 for a special crypto bank that Jonah claimed she needed to hold all of the crypto. Realistically, these two were working together, and all of this was a bunch of lies. These guys never had intentions of giving Jillian her money back.
They're going to continue to lie to you. They're never going to tell you the truth.
Exactly.
Even when they're telling the truth, there's more lies that are coming.
Just more and more keeps
later on down the
happening.
road. These are just not people that you want to communicate with or be in contact with at all. You got into the scam with Evan thinking that you're helping this guy that was telling you all these horrible things. He was telling you that he was hungry and you were sending money for those things.
Bless her.
And then now they give you this wallet.
That's my, like, most excited about, just being able to just get rid of this phone and be done.
How do you feel about blocking this guy?
So excited. I would have done it a long time ago, but I didn't feel comfortable doing it.
It is dying. It's a lot of money she has sent.
Not necessarily who he was, but just if that was other people's money.
I don't need to worry about them anymore.
I'm relieved. I'm sad. I lost a lot of personal relationships in my life, but I'm not sad about the men because it wasn't real.
Good. Well, now you can focus on real relationships.
She's sad because she's lost a lot of personal relationships. Do you think some of her friends were telling her that these people aren't real? A bit like how that Catherine was yesterday. That could be one of the things there.
A real person. Meet someone that's real.
Yeah. I appreciate you reaching out to us. Thank you for even trusting us to look into this. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you soon. All right, bye, Jillian.
Bye.
Bye.
She's completely severed ties with both Evans and James. We strongly advise her to file a police report. Yeah, exactly. Anything else? Nope, then he just goes into another one. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad when we see things like this happening, and obviously... Yeah, see, this one here, I think this is the worst one that we've probably seen just because of what she does. Every single bit of her life, it looks like that she literally just goes out of her way to help every other person. You know? You know what? I'd be sad if I lost, even if I lost a tenner or 20 quid, like, you know? I'd be upset just for that. But yeah, just seeing that this is what's going on, and she just genuinely helps everyone that comes into her life. You know, say 60-hour work weeks. That's a killer of a work week. And then, you know, when she's not doing that, she's volunteering, she's getting people into housing, she's setting up advice for other people. And then you get people like these dickheads who come along and take advantage of it. It's sad, it really is. But guys, I think we're going to end it by there, because it's getting a little bit warm in here for me now. Like I say, Monday and Tuesday, we are not here. Like I say, Monday, I got a diabetes clinic thing. I need to go and see nurses and stuff. So I can get told I got diabetes, basically. And say Tuesday, then, I'm actually out for the day. So, we will be back on Wednesday. Like I say, remember me, follow me, folks, up here, you know, Come Geek Some... one over on Twitter. If you see any funny videos, let us know, send me links, tag me in them, and we'll just go from there. But folks, thanks ever so much for coming along. It's been a great stream. We've had we've had a couple of nice days here, and everyone, enjoy your weekend, and I hope you all have a great weekend. Bye bye.